Hello YouTube, welcome to my new video. Today I will make a Fusion 360 tutorial for total beginners. Let's get started. What I want to design today is a smartphone holder to put on a tripod. Let's go. So here I got my tripod. Unfortunately in Germany we don't have screws in this size, so 1/4 of an inch. So I bought these online and yeah, they should fit. So almost every project starts with a sketch. So press on new sketch and then select if it should be X, Y or Z. As you can see here we are oben, which means top, and here you can also rotate if you left click on it, left click and hold. But we want to draw on the top, so we click on top and then we click on new circle with this symbol and then click on right on the center. Then we can either drag and drop, or we can just type in our diameter, let's say 10 millimeters. Then we draw a line, just a line with 40 millimeters in length. Then another circle, again with 10 millimeters in diameter. Then what we do next is draw a rectangle, but as you can see here, we can't normally draw a rectangle on a circle, but if we draw a line from here to here, we have this fixed point, as you can see here, this fixed point, and then draw a rectangle. This we want to draw 40 millimeters in this direction and 10 in the other. Then we have this plane. We are almost done with the first part, but what we could do now is just press on this with left click and then press on your keyboard X, which marks it as a construction line, so you haven't select all of these. Press X on this and on this thing again, and now you want to click on Skizze fertigstellen or finish the drawing, the sketch, and then you can rotate here and you have these three bodies. Just click on this, then Control or STRG on this, and then on this, still with Control pressed. Then extrude. Now we can extrude this to make it from a 2-dimensional drawing to a 3-dimensional body. We can just drag here, or we can just 15 in the keyboard and we have our finished first body. Select this plane, Control and then this thing, and then we want to round it about 2 millimeters. You can just on your keyboard 2 millimeters, or you can drag here to 2 millimeters. That's perfect. Then we want to go again on the top, and then another sketch again from the top viewing, and then we want to draw a line from this point here 78 millimeters in this direction. 78, because this is the width of my phone with the case. And then we want to draw 4 millimeters in this direction, again back here the 78 and here the 4. So here we want to have this finished thing, but we also could do just draw a rectangle with 2 points, 4 millimeters in this direction, 4 in this, plus the 11 meters that my phone is depth. Then we have 50 millimeters and 4 millimeters. My phone could fit in here, this thing, but it shouldn't fall off in this direction. So we want to draw another box with 6 millimeters and 2. Then we want to click on Finish the sketch, and then select this, control this, control this. Then we can rotate again and extrude the whole thing again 50 millimeters up. Just 50. And then this is a very sharp edge and I don't really want this. So I click on here and then round it. We can either drag, but I think a better way to do it is just 0 to there 4 millimeters. Also, these aren't really beautiful. So again, this control, and then 1 millimeter. Oh, 1. Perfect. Then, as you can see here, this isn't very good done because it's curved here. And then we want to select this, and at the bottom we have this again. Control and select this, and then we want to extrude it 2 millimeters. It must be in this direction, but as you can see here, it's red, and now it would cut it off. But we wanted to combine them, so we want to combine, and then it's one thing, and it looks better now. Now we have to draw the hexagon for the nut in it, and then we go on drawing another sketch, and then select just this thing here. And then what we want to do is draw a box from this, the bottom corner, to 25 and 25. So now we have just the middle thing of this whole plate. And now we can go to create and polygon, and the standard thing in polygon is every time a hexagon. So we go on outer polygon, and then with 5.55 millimeters, because that's the outer diameter of the nut I have, plus 0.1 millimeter, so it should fit in perfectly. What we're gonna do now again is take this thing and press X, or yes, that would be the thing you want to do, but for demonstration things I don't press X, or press again X, and then we have it with the default settings again, and then you have these two things. You could just let it so, but then you have to things them everything by itself. And then we want to extrude it in here. We can just drag here. I know the nut is 6 millimeters tall, so I want to do 7, that if we stand it on the ground, it don't have contact with the ground. So we type in -7 millimeters, and then we are almost done. Now we want to select all of these 6 things. This, control this, control this, control this, control this, and control this. Then we want to curve it again, 1 millimeter, not more, just it's easier to insert. Then we are mostly done. Now I want to show you quickly how to export it as a STL file, and then you go to bodies, and then you have this body 1, and then you can right click on it, and then save as STL, and then just click on OK, and then the name, just call it phone thing 1, and then as an STL, and then we are done. So the print just finished. Have a closer look. Here you can see where the phone should fit in perfectly. As you can see, it's very smooth and hasn't sharp edges here. here, the nut should fit in perfectly. Let's try this out. So I take my nut for this. I have 0.1 millimeters tolerance, so let's see how it fits in. Oh, that's super nice, it won't fall off. And yeah, I try to get the phone in it, but I film with the phone, so I can't show you that. So I tried to put the phone in, and it works perfectly. I think it won't fall off accidentally. So let's try to screw it on here. And that seems to work very good also. Let's take it out so we can tighten this screw here. Want it to be like this, and then tighten the screw. And now it shouldn't fall off. Now we can screw it back in here, and then put a phone in. And then we can film with a tripod. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you now have a rough plan how Fusion 360 works and what you can do with it. If you have still any questions, or I messed up mentioning anything, please write it in the comments. Until the next video.